Welcome back to the shop, everyone. This week we are starting at the front of the car here. When I was in the engine bay earlier, I noticed some wet spots around the fuel pressure regulator, and this regulates the fuel, so gasoline. And gasoline likes to catch on fire. It's kind of one of its main reasons for being, at least as far as the car is concerned. And I have a header right below this fuel pressure regulator. So the last thing that I want is fuel dripping down onto that, because it'll potentially catch fire, which fire inside the engine, good. Fire outside the engine, real bad. So the way this works is I have this fuel line right here. It comes to a Y on top of the block. Two lines feed each of the rails. The back of each of the rails comes into either side of the regulator. This regulator will keep the pressure based on this set screw. You can adjust the pressure up and down at a specific level. I believe mine is set to 57 psi, and then it will return any excess fuel over that 57 psi through this line back to the fuel tank. So the fuel injection system on here does a lot of calculations to know how much fuel to put into the cylinders when you're running, and as you're accelerating, as you're decelerating, as you're just cruising. So having your fuel pressure set accurately is pretty critical to that calculation. This is also a boost reference regulator. So what happens is, as you add boost from the Pro Charger over there, you're cramming more air into the cylinders, so you actually need more fuel pressure to make sure you're getting the fuel into the cylinders and enough fuel. So what happens is, as boost increases, so as there's more pressure in the cylinder pushing up against the fuel injector, and I could be wrong about this, I ain't no expert, this is just my understanding of it, so don't take it for gospel. As there's pressure, air pressure in the cylinder, you need to increase the pressure from the injector side to compensate. So as you go up 1 psi of boost, you want to add 1 psi of fuel pressure to make sure you're getting the same or the correct amount of fuel pressure. So conversely, if you're adding 15 pounds of boost, you want to add 15 psi of fuel pressure. And if you're in vacuum, so if you're at idle and you're not in boost, this will actually lower the fuel pressure. So yeah, long story short, I don't like that I have fuel on this fuel pressure regulator, so I'm just going to grab some of my tools and just make sure all of the fittings are tight, clean it up, and then I'm going to fire up the car and just let it run and see what happens. Oh man, I'll tell you, I don't know if it's me or the camera, but I just did a bunch of work, didn't record any of it. I looked at the camera, the screen's black, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I guess I never hit record. So what I did is I took this line off, I took this line off, tightened this. This bottom fitting here was loose. I had to tighten this up 3/4 to a turn, reattach the bottom line, and I'll redo what I did, which is just, I'm just going to run the fuel pump and see if anything happens here. Okay, so I do see some fuel coming down here, but it's actually coming out of this NPT fitting right here. So that makes sense why I would have had fuel over here. Oh, okay, let's just tighten up that NPT fitting and see if that's it. Cool. I'm glad I resaw that, because I thought it was coming out of this bottom fitting, but it's not. It's coming out of the NPT fitting. I don't know if you saw that. You know what, I'll get you closer and I'll show you. Yeah, so you can totally see this now. Imagine going down the road and your fuel pressure regulator is just doing this. Holy crap, that would not be good. I'm glad I caught this.
take this anymore. I might just break all the way, heart aching all the way.
I seriously cannot believe how sketchy that was. Holy crap, that would have been really bad going down the road. If that had backed out any more and it just started, you know, pissing fuel right here, fire for sure. Reminds me, I don't remember if I put my other fire extinguisher back in the car. I did. Okay, good. Whew. Because obviously you're not going to put water on gasoline. Man, I feel so fortunate that I lucked out and just decided to figure out what was going on here. Can you guys guess what we're going to do to make sure that doesn't go anywhere? Well, I shouldn't say to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, but just to check and see that it hasn't gone anywhere. And of course I dropped the rest of the Allen keys somewhere. There they are. Yeah, so think about it for a second. Something I've done in a previous video. Now we're just going to take our blue paint pen and we are going to put a mark on it. Now, there is nothing that says that this won't back out and line up perfectly with the line again next time I look at it. But this is just added protection that if I look in here and that blue dot on this NPT plug has moved and it's now sitting over here, I know this is backed off. I know this is loosened off. That's just a little bit of protection against it backing out. Yeah, that's actually scary to think about. That could have backed off. Or that had backed off, not that it could have, that it had. Yeah. Very lucky. Pays to, if you see something, like as I said, I just noticed there was a little bit of wetness and you know, some of the paint had clung to it. That's all it takes. Just, you notice something, look into it. Okay, let's put this line back on. Okay, just gonna let that sealant set up for a little bit. I forget what it says on packaging for dry time. Full cure in 24 to 72 hours. That's full cure. It's probably fine as it is. Shit. Anyway, we'll let it dry. I'm in no rush. I got nowhere to be. Got mufflers to come. But let's go under the back of the car because I did just notice something while I was under there. So this is a really tough angle to get at. But I'm on the ground. I just adjusted the suspension so I have like 2 inches of travel downward. And that's my fuel filter and my return line sitting right above the diff here. There is maybe an inch of space between the diff and that fuel filter. So what does that mean? That means if I go out on the road and I hit a bump, my diff is going to smash into the fuel filter. That is not good. This really sucks because I just put that fuel filter there, assuming I was going to have enough space for it. Clearly I do not. So I got a couple of choices here. So, bit of a double-edged sword here. I needed suspension travel. Adding that suspension travel has made it so that if that suspension does collapse in its travel, which it should do, that diff is going to come up and smash that fuel filter. I have no doubt in my mind that's going to happen. I love the stance of this car. I love that the wheel is a little bit tucked. It's perfect. So what can I do? Move that fuel filter. And that kind of sucks because I put a couple tack welds into the top plate. The top plate that I just put sound deadening on top of. So if I try and weld to it, I'm gonna melt the sound deadening, and I've just kind of fucked myself. Of course. So I gotta move that fuel filter to somewhere else. I don't see any other option. I might be able to put it on the back of the fuel cell, between the fuel cell and the floor. Might be a little bit too long, so what I might need to do instead is just kind of, do some creative routing in there. But I gotta do that before I take this on the road again, because one bump and I'm gonna smash it, and then I'm gonna have a fuel leak. I just had a fuel leak at the front. If I smash that fuel filter, I'm gonna have a fuel leak at the back. That's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna get the car jacked up, because climbing under there like this kind of sucks. So let's get the car jacked up, let's drop the diff down so I got some more space and figure something out. All right, so I'm bringing you underneath because I was looking at this a bit more and thinking about it. And I just found out that my exhaust is hitting this support brace for the diff. So probably under acceleration, I'm guessing this is going to come up, and because this is kind of angled back a little bit, it's hitting this. So next year or next winter, when I pull a car back off the road, I can look at this a little bit more, but I think for right now what I'm going to do is, so this hole is where the suspension was originally, 2 inches up. I think I'm just going to raise the body up an inch and test that and see how that does and looks and stuff. If I raise this up an inch and I hate how it sits, I might drop the springs down half an inch or so just to get the ride height a little bit nicer. But honestly, having it raked up in the back and angled down in the front, it's not a horrible look. It's not the end of the world. It's not the worst thing in the world. It looks kind of muscle car, but that is what I'm running with. I'm going to do that. Raise the body up an inch.
I don't think I can take this anymore. I might just break. All the way hard ache, 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 all think I can take this anymore, I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache.
Okay, so at this point it's been well over 24 hours since I resealed this, so let's just see if we're no longer leaking. Yeah, there's nothing there anymore. Nothing coming out at the bottom fitting that was loose. Nothing coming out the NPT fitting. Okay, I don't believe we are going to end up as a fireball now. I wonder if now that it's not leaking, if that's changed my actual fuel pressure in the car. Don't know. See you later. Okay. Now that that's fixed, yeah, I'm not going to blow myself up. Well, light myself on fire. Yeah, that wouldn't have blown up. That would have just squirted fuel all over the frame rail and the header and then lit on fire as I was driving. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so my new mufflers came in. So, MagnaFlow, 3-inch in and out, stainless steel. Let's see, I'm going to see if I can get you to look in here and then I'll show you the other one. It's got a bit of weight to it. Okay, so if you look in there, you can see there's a tube that passes from one end, or from that end, right out to the other end. And you can see there's perforations on that tube. And you can't really see, I mean, I can see it here, but as I mentioned, around the outside here, so this tube runs from here to here. So all in here and all in here, there's like a mesh or a material that as the exhaust enters, it's going to go and disperse through all those perforations into that material and hopefully quiet this down some. But before I get too carried away on putting these on. I want to do a cold start with the with the Flow Masters, and then do a cold start with the MagnaFlows afterwards, just to kind of see where we're at and sound difference and compare them. All right, with that fire up, we are going to start putting these mufflers in. So we're gonna jack the car up. I'm actually gonna put the car on the wooden crates that I have, whatever they're called, the wheel cribs, that's it. So I'm gonna put them on the wheel cribs. That way I can also check my pinion angle while I'm under there, as I said. Or as we did, I moved the rear end up 1 inch, which will probably adjust the pinion angle a little bit. So I just want to measure it while I'm under there and see if it's moved it so significantly that I actually need to adjust the control arms. If it's like out a ½ degree or degree, I'll probably just leave it. But if it's out more than that, yeah, I will do something about it. Okay, let's get these mufflers on.
I can take this anymore. I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache.
All right, I know it might be a little bit hard to see on camera, but I'm gonna point a couple things out. If you look here from this exhaust flange, you'll see that this pipe goes down. Now, the reason why it's going down is when I built this pipe, I didn't build it perfectly straight coming off that flange because that flange actually kind of points up. So it's pointed at a bit of an angle. And if you'll see here, there's a ton of space in this clamp. I don't know if you can't see that with my fucking belly in the way. Yeah, you can kind of see it. But anyways, there's a ton of space here, whereas on the other side I can barely get a finger in there. So at some point in time, I did not rotate this pipe correctly on this flange. And I don't know if you remember, but at one point in time when I was working on this backpipe, I said, what the hell happened? Something changed, because I had that backpipe built, it connected to the muffler fine, and then I spent a pile of time dicking around and messing around on this flange right here. Well, I didn't need to do that. Had I thought about it and said, okay, well, something changed, I would have come back to this and gone, okay, this is not rotated correctly to where it should be. And I can see I've got a line on here with a couple of arrows pointing at it and is rotated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this muffler off. I'm going to attach the new muffler to the back V-band. I'm going to get it situated, and then I'm going to manipulate this pipe to get to where I want. Now, the reason being, I could mess with this pipe back here. There's a bunch of pie cuts right off the back flange of this muffler. I don't think you can see it. And I don't want to mess with those pie cuts at all. It's in a place where it goes up and over the axle and does what I need it to do for this here. So my idea is it's easier for me to have access right here. This is all open, so I can do whatever I want to this pipe, and it's going to be way easier than doing anything on that back pipe. So same thing when I get to the other side. I'm going to V-band the back side of the muffler first, and then I will work on the front side however I need to work on it. Let me pull one of these mufflers off. I'll show you that I've actually bottomed this muffler out quite a bit and scraped the shit out of it and the V-band. And then I'll show you the inside of this, just so you kind of understand it a bit more. Alright, so I know it's quite hard to see, but if you look in this muffler, you can kind of see that it's just metal passages. There's none of that perforation or none of the material. It's just straight up metal passages, and that's what makes this partly so loud. Is it's just a big metal box with some passages. So like an idiot, I didn't record me pulling this muffler out, but it's literally just undo 2 V-bands and it comes out, and you can see right down the side here that I have bottomed this thing out pretty good. Yeah, it's got a good chunk taken out of it. Do I have one of the V-bands here? Is that the back one? No, that was the front one. But anyways, the back V-band took a chunk out as well. So that's why I want to start on the passenger side here. I want to get this muffler higher. And as I said, I'm going to twist that. I'm going to twist this pipe here, because you can maybe kind of see it's angled down. And I don't want that angled down if I change the angle on that. So that does mean I have to cut this hanger off. Okay, no big deal. Just gotta pull that pipe out, cut that hanger off, and then using the V-band, I can just twist that pipe to where I need it so that it's not hanging so low in the back. And then from there, I can start getting the muffler mounted. So let's get to it. I think I'm going to focus primarily on getting this pipe right now. So pull it off the car, cut that hanger off, get it twisted properly in the car, and then I can figure out the muffler from there. Alright, I hope you guys are paying attention. There will be a test at the end of the video. But as you can see, just by rotating this pipe, it's no longer hanging way down here. It's moved where I can get, like, you know, just a finger between the top of the V-band and the floor pan. There's enough room to get this on and off. So I'm totally cool with how much space there is. And then I've got enough space where if the V-band gets hot, it's really not going to affect the floor pan at all. So here, take a quick look at that V-band, and you can see where it bottomed out on a speed bump before, so that's never a good thing. So as with the muffler, it just shows it was way too low. You saw I cut the hanger off. I'm just going to leave that off for the moment. And I don't know if you can see back here. You can't. Look at that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my MagnaFlow mufflers. Of course, I moved it way over to the other side. It's more convenient. I'm just going to kind of hold it up here in place and see if it's even in the realm of feasibility. So this needs to go. Something like this. So what I can do is I can drop this pipe here. I can get a V-band on this end, and then I think I'll be okay. Yeah. I mean, if I wanted to, I'd probably... Can I cut this back a little bit? You know? What do I want to do here? Well, I think because I've changed the angle of this pipe, no matter what, this is not going to line up perfectly. So, let's see here. Yeah, I can't really sneak this up anyways. So, I can tack a V-band right at the end of this muffler. And then from there, I can figure out how I'm going to get it attached to this pipe. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. And the great thing is these MagnaFlows, they are not directional, so I can go either way. So for example, if I want the MagnaFlow, you know, reading left to right, top to bottom, I put it this way. Because if I go this way, it's wrong, and I would have to flip it. No, how would that work? How did that work? I think it was upside down for a second, wasn't it? Did I have it that way? And then that'll, nah, I don't know. Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah. So MagnaFlow is the wrong way, so I want to flip this. And then we can go like that. Yeah. So we'll get the words reading the right way, so when I'm looking at it, it's, you know, left to right and front to back or whatever. Okay. We're going to go and TIG weld a V-band, or just tack a V-band onto the end of this. And that is going to be a male V-band that I need to tack onto there because this is a female. So what I've done to try and be a little bit smart is on the passenger side, on the front of the V-band, so towards the front of the car, it's the male and the female's on the back. And conversely, on the driver's side, I have the female flange on the front of the car and the male flange on the back. So theoretically, when I pull this car apart, pull all of the exhaust off, everything else, when I come back to it, I mean, the hanger is going to be kind of a dead giveaway, but regardless, when I come back to it, only one of these ends is going to mate up to the header properly, with the hanger in the right spot. In theory, if I flipped this one around, it wouldn't mate up, but yeah. So that's what I've done to try and be a little bit smart. So if I gotta pull this off the side of the road for some reason, I can get it all back together reasonably without having to mark driver or passenger or whatever. So I bought some new V-bands from Summit, where I ordered the mufflers from. They look fairly similar to the V-bands that I bought from Lyle's or mandrelbends.ca. I'm sure they're all made in the same factory in China. But I just want to make certain that the flanges are going to mate up. And yeah, that's fine. Yes, I can use these V-band flanges with the existing stuff. It's a little tight, but you know what? That's okay. It does mate up. I'm happy with that. That'll work. No worries there. Figured I should do something halfway intelligent for once and measure before just throwing it in there and hoping that it fits. You've seen me TIG weld before, don't need to talk about it. Let's just get it done.
anymore. I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. I don't think I can take this anymore. I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. It's more than I can bear. It's burden I can't all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. I don't think I can take this anymore. I might just break. All the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. It's more than I can bear. This burden I can't shake. I might just break. All the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. I don't think I can take this anymore. I might just break. All the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. Anymore. I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. Anymore. I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way might just break. All the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. I don't think I can take this anymore. I might just break. All the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. It's more than I can bear. this anymore. I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. I don't think I can take this anymore. I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. It's more than I can bear. This burden I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. I don't think I can take this anymore. I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. It's more than I can bear. It's a burden I can't shake.
Well, look at that. 2 brand new mufflers installed. Now, before I drop the car down, I think I mentioned earlier, I want to check some driveline angles. So, because we've raised the body up 1 inch, I want to make sure that the pinion, or the yoke, the pinion, the diff, is roughly the same angle as the transmission, only in opposite directions. So the transmission points down, whereas the diff points up, or vice versa. No, I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes. And the reason why is you want them at opposing, but the same angle, because these U-joints are not designed to be run perfectly straight. That's actually really bad for them. So you want to have a bit of an angle in order for these U-joints to function properly. So let's just do a quick little check here. So I just got this digital angle finder, and so I look at the transmission, and the transmission says that it is up 1.8, up 2.0, something like that, in that ballpark. So now, if I come on to pinion, we are, it's kind of hard to find it, like get a flat spot on here. It says up 2.7, so we're 0.7 of a degree difference. So what I'm going to do is, because it's kind of hard to get directly on the flange, I'm just going to take this flat edge, put it across, and then I can put my magnet on the flat edge. And this tells me up 2.2, up 2.4. So, you know, if this is up 2.1, I go on the same side. Yeah, so that's up 2.1. If I measure on the same side, not opposing sides, I should get this down. No. Up to 2.2. So yeah, so this is pointed down, and that means that's pointed up. Yeah, so this is perfect actually. So I'm gonna drop this down now. Actually, I'm gonna adjust this right here so it's more pointed up and not down. If I'm crawling around under here, actually I'm probably gonna adjust a bunch of these. So if I'm crawling around under here, or if I got one of the dogs under here, I don't want myself or them poking ourselves on these brackets. Okay, now I'm just going to grab a broom and clean up everything under here, and then we can drop the car down.
I don't think I can take this anymore. I might just break. All the way hard naked, 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 all the way hard naked.
So the reason why I just rushed to grab those bigger jack stands, yeah, as I was letting this down, I was hearing some creaking and I was like, what the hell's going on? This is a very precarious situation. Maybe I could jack it back up and it would be okay, but I think the only solution here is this has to come down. As you can see with those big jack stands, like, it's not fully extended. I wouldn't trust if it fell with these small jack stands being fully extended. Those bigger ones are obviously a bit more stable. So my only option here is to continue letting this down and just hope for the best. So since this is a shitty, precarious situation, definitely not going to be under the car, but we'll take you along for the ride. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm glad I did not continue just going down onto the small ones, that I heard the creaking and I stopped and looked, because yeah, that could have been bad. Stay safe. Alright, well, here's the main question. Did those mufflers quiet down the car at all? Phone's in the same place, it's on the ground. I guess let's fire it up and see.
this anymore, I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. I don't think I can take this anymore. I might just break all the way heartache, 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 all the way heartache. It's more than I can bear. It's a burden I can't shake.
Well, folks, I realized I never did a closing for this video, but after getting some of that work done and some just videos just cruising around the neighborhood, that is all the time we have for this week. So as always, if you've stuck around this long, I'd like to thank you for viewing, and we'll see you in the next one.